Hey, hello, this is Timo, and this is the sixth video of my project where I'm talking and building my old Legos. And today we're going to build the set 6832, and it's bearing the name Supernova 2, and it's the first space set that we're going to build. I don't have a lot of space sets in my collection, and they were mostly like a birthday gift or something. There's something unfortunate with this set. There's a piece that is damaged. So I left it in this build with this damaged piece because LEGO has an interesting thing that they did. You see this blue guy sitting here, and most young people will say like, oh, that's Benny from the LEGO movie. But it's actually just the original space guy, the one that were common in the 80s, and the one you all know, Benny from the LEGO movie, is based on that one. And Benny has this famous feature of the helmet, which was actually a common thing because this helmet has exactly the same crack in it. I don't know if you can see it. It's very minimal. Yes, you can see it. And this helmet, it was a really common thing that they were just breaking on that spot. And what I find very, very sympathetic of LEGO is that they actually, in that movie, they actually make fun of that. Like it's a kind of self-spot, which is a very intelligent, healthy thing to do, which you rarely see a company do, like making fun of its own failures. And that's clearly like a design failure of these helmets, because I think of those helmets that I have, that I own, for sure 1/3 of them has this same crack on the same spot. And in a way, yes, LEGO took that in an advantage and made this Benny character out of it with this cracked helmet. And I'm just saying this because maybe that's also giving me a wild card to build a set with a damaged piece. I put the ancestor of Benny there. So it's a 91 set, came out in 1991, and I have here the catalog of 91. It's a very special one because in that year there was a huge change with the LEGO trains from the old system to a new system. And I can show you briefly. As I mentioned, I want to dedicate an entire video on these catalogs. Yes, they had to change from an old to a new system. They changed the kind of tracks, and they changed the power supply, and which was also like a pity because just 4 years before, approximately, I started to collect trains from the old system. So then I had to make the switch to the new system. Yes, but the designs of these trains were really nice, and I have most of them, so I will also for sure make some nice videos dedicated to each of those sets. So, I tend to go now to the middle of the catalog because the sets that we did before in the previous videos were all like LEGO City sets. But now I have to go to the back of the catalog because there's a space. And this specific space set was part of the Blacktron space team. So you had like different kind of space teams, and Blacktron was one of it. And there it is. There's the set. And yes, as I mentioned, I had not a lot with this space stuff, so that's why I don't have a lot of these sets. But yeah, some small sets I have. So there's the manual. It's a very small one. It's a Thursday, so we're going to have like a short build. Let's start with the guy, with the space guy. Yes, as I know, there's a huge fan base collecting the space teams, and this Blacktron is a quite popular space team to collect. But to be honest, I think I prefer, I mean, like most of the people that are born in the 80s, I think I prefer the first space team with this kind of figures. It has a more retro feel, and back then it was just like a simplistic feel it had. And this you can also see the difference, that this is a totally different design, like the space guy I was showing you before. You can just see it's typically 90s color wise, and yes, and the introduction of this new kind of helmets, which became like a which became like a very common piece in LEGO, these helmets. This Blacktron guy, we put it here besides the pile of the yes. So space, I think I had more interest in there was also briefly a space team in the LEGO City world, which was more based on real space travel, like NASA, and I think I like that more. The first video I did, I actually was building, if you remember, I don't remember the name of the set, but it was the fire truck that is ready to stop the fire of a building rocket, you know. And I have, from that team, I only have one more set, which is a little moon vehicle, and with a nice astronaut with this mirrored visor, how you call it, this front. Sometimes I translate, if I don't know words in English, I just sometimes just directly translate them or form them from the Dutch. In Dutch we say vizier. So I assume in English and Dutch are quite similar languages. I think they have more in common. I mean, it's all Germanic languages, but I think English and Dutch are more closer to each other than English and German, for example. Although English is based on German, of course. But in Holland, in the Dutch language, you also use more English words in daily communication. I think the German language has still more unique German words, and I think in the Dutch language it slowly disappeared, and we replaced them with English words. Yeah. But LEGO Space is quite known, I think, for having quite special pieces in it. Like pieces that you don't see in the LEGO City team. I think it's one of the teams where you had the most introduction of new parts pieces, especially in the 90s. Oh, this is wrong. It's only one side. All right. Oh, and now there's also on this side. Okay. Looks almost like a kind of insect now, like something organic. So this goes here. It's a kind of box with a display in it, and the same display is also here. I guess like a spare part display. It's a quite interesting thing that he has a spare part display. Maybe if it explodes or something, then you can just still take out the second display, or it's a display with a like keyboard display, I guess. Then he has a second one also, if the first one is exploding or not available anymore. Yes, and then the final step, we are coming to the damaged part, the damaged piece, and let's see if we can also make it. So you can clearly see that it's quite bent. So this must be an example of that, yeah, stepping on it or something. So the thing is that I checked on the internet, and this piece would cost me new like 10-15 euros. But I would like first to try. I know LEGO also has a policy that if things are broken, they replace them. But I don't know if it's only with sets that you bought recently, or maybe you will need a receipt. And I definitely don't have the receipt because it's a long time ago that I gained this set, and it was probably also a birthday gift. So, but this is what I want to do. I want to figure out if I can just get a new piece for free, and so I think this is what I will do somewhere in the next weeks. Try to get a new piece via the customer support of LEGO. And if that works, then of course I will let you know in future videos. So let's see how this now fits with the design of the set. If it's very unbearable. Okay. It's from a distance, I think it still looks fine. But yeah, still a bit strange. It's a bit odd the way it's bent. So, oh, I see my space guy has the wrong hands. He should actually have black hands. That's something I will have to change for this video now. He just has to go to space without gloves. Which I think seeing how not airtight his spaceship is, doesn't really matter anymore if he also doesn't wear gloves. Or maybe then he should wear gloves, because then he's vulnerable for the elements of space. Yes, but you can see it's quite bent here, and here it's bent, and that's why this piece is just it should just nicely lock there, but it's just not, yeah, that's not working. Anyway, oh, I prepared still this presentation plate. Let's see how they have it on the picture. Aha, so the wings are going a bit different directions. Oh, now I see I made a mistake. These bricks should not be connected here. These plates. This is what I did wrong. So there I have it one more time on the presentation plate. Yes. Again, it's not very an airtight spaceship, but yes, that's the simplicity, of course, of Lego sets. Anyway, there we go. There was it. we have another build finished. Yes, like I said, I will figure out if I can replace this with either a new piece that I get from LEGO or just one that I order again. And let's see how that goes, and I will keep you updated about that. It will still take a while because I also have other stuff to prepare. I have to sort out more LEGO and find the bricks together, the parts together for the other sets that I have. I still have about 10-15 sets that are already complete, ready to be built in video. 15 sets approximately, and then I have still a lot of sets that are incomplete, and I still have to find the bricks for that one. So that's also something I have to do soon again, spending some days on that. Yes, thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon in the next video, and yeah, I wish you a wonderful day. Bye bye. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find